Hey, I'm Naomi Finlay, Australia's rapid renovation expert, and I'm here to welcome you to DIY Online Blinds. Today I'm going to be showing you how you measure up your windows to order some of the amazing shutters on this site. Now, to get started, you need to make sure that you have a tape measure, you have a pen and a notebook. Now, it's really important before you get started that you make the very important decision about where your shutters are going to be mounted, whether they're going to be a recess fit inside the window frame or whether they're going to be a face fit. And this is super important because it determines exactly where you need to be measuring. Now guys, I prefer the recess fit. It's clean and it is streamlined, but you do need to make sure that you have 65mm gap here in order for the shutters to fit right in. And you need to look for things like handles and winders that can be an obstruction to the shutters working. Now, if you are really after a recess fit and you don't have quite 65mm, we can still make it happen. But I'd recommend contacting the team, as you will find that your shutters will protrude just a little bit. When measuring for a recess fit, you need to measure from the inside of each of the windows. I want you to measure from left to right on 3 different places: at the top, at the middle, and at the bottom. And then you take the smallest measurement, and that's what you submit for your shutters. And when you're measuring for your drop, it's exactly the same for a recess fit, from inside tight of your frame to down the bottom in 3 different locations. So on the left, in the middle, and on the right. And again, you take the smallest measurement and submit that for your shutters. Now, if your house is a little wonky, because all houses can be a little wonky, you've got to make sure that these measurements are roughly within 10mm each. If they're not, contact the team at DIY Online Blinds and they'll be able to advise you about how you can help and what other options you have. Now, when you're measuring for a face fit, you take exactly the same measurements but from different spots. So when you're measuring for a face fit, make sure you measure from the outsides of your frames each time, left to right and top to bottom in the 3 different locations. Now guys, if your window drop is more than 1500mm, so if it's more than 1.5 meters high, you are going to need a solid mid-rail in your shutters. Now this, guys, is called a mullion, and most windows have them. Most windows that have separate panes or dividers have them. So the mullion is obviously a perfect spot to pop your mid-rail for your shutters, because it's out of view. Now guys, if you don't have something that divides up your window like this mullion, I still suggest having it below eye level so that when people come in the room, they're getting as much natural light, as much connection with nature, and as much of the view that you have to offer outside possible. In order to get the mid-rail in the right spot, you need to be able to measure and let them know exactly where you need it. To do that, you need to measure for a recess fit from the inside of the window up to where the midpoint of the mid-rail will be sitting. So in this case, with my mid-rail here, I want to be measuring from the floor to the midpoint of where I want that rail to sit. Now guys, if you don't specify where you want your mid-rail, to keep things super simple, the guys at DIY Online Blinds will assume that it is at the midpoint of the window for you. If your windows are wider than 950mm, you are going to need to have multiple panels across that window. And generally speaking, guys, I must say that the least panels, the better. So when you submit your order to DIY Online Blinds, they will assume that you want the panels broken up evenly across your window. If this isn't the case, make sure you get in touch when you submit your details. So there you have it, guys. You have everything you need now. You are on your way to having your beautiful new DIY plantation shutters on order. But remember, the team at DIY Online Blinds, they're only a call away. So if you get stuck, if you need support, pick up the phone and they'll be there to help.